Good morning, good morning, do 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 do. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, So welcome to a daily dose of joy, where we are going to choose joy and set that intention for our day and use the microdosing tools or games. I'm slowly shifting into calling them games because I really want to emphasize that this is not work. It's not hard. This is play and this is fun. And the benefit is it increases the dose chemistry in your brain, just like a lot of fun and wonderful things in life do. And these just happen to be very neuroscience based and efficient. So we can do them in 5 minutes on the fly. They're full of joy, especially today. So we're going to do a Whoopsie Daisy story. I love a good Whoopsie Daisy story. And I started a little theme here on resilience because I'm doing Cathleen King's course on resilience. Her work is lovely. And so it's inspired this. And so I was thinking about times that I have been resilient, using my capacity to imagine times in the past and imagine times in my future and really build some fortitude around my knowing that I am resilient. And oh my gosh, Whoopsie Daisy stories are a bastion of resiliency examples. Because they often represent a little courage, a little tolerance of discomfort, a little stepping out incrementally beyond your training zone into the new, a little courage and bravery. And ripe. Whoopsie daisies are ripe for examples of resilience. So I thought of two as I sat down that are pretty silly, but still funny. I'm going to share them with you and have actually deeper meanings for me. One is I was quite an accomplished cross-country runner when I was a student, and it began in 7th and 8th grade, but by 9th grade, it must have been by 8th grade, I got to run with the boys' varsity cross-country team. They're just, that was the level I was running at. And, but yet I wasn't in high school and I was a girl, and this was a little awkward and a little new. And, I was awkward. I was 14, just coming into figuring out things. And, so we ran at 5:30 in the morning, which is great. I like mornings. It was beautiful. Even as a teenager, I kind of liked it. I liked the challenge. And so, but there was some discomfort in it and some challenges finding a place for myself. And at the same time wanting to be the best I could at this and wanting to run with the best runners I could run with and improve myself. And, but 14-year-old little girl with a bunch of 17, 18-year-old senior boys. Well, and there were some closer to my age too. And they were wonderful. I mean, these guys, Bill and Quinn and Paul, they were so nice. So nice, in fact, that they took their brotherly responsibilities maybe a bit too seriously. And at one point we were out jogging and nature has taken place. I am a teenager going through the full range of new hormones at 14. And this is one of those where I'm like, oh, maybe I should whisper this Whoopsie Daisy story. But it's just funny. So I remember one of them running along with me, and it tells me while we're out running, and I can't do anything about it. And he's like, so there's a lot going on when we look at you. And I was like, oh, a lot going on when you look at me. What? And then he was trying to be so tactful. But he was like, yeah, there's all this stuff happening. I was like, what is he talking about? And finally, I get it. And I realized that like I had matured along the course of things, and the little, training bra I was using was no longer working for long runs. It was time to advance to a sports bra. And it's like this, oh, whoopsie daisy. I was the last one to catch on to that. And I saw some video of myself, and it was abundantly clear that I needed to educate myself on sports equipment for women, which didn't come on this all boys team, as a matter of course, until they sweetly nudged. Oh, whoopsie daisy. So that's a little silly bit of overcoming the adversity to end up going on to achieve really great things that gave me a lot of confidence as a teenager and a lot of joy running and competing at high levels. And it was a pleasure. But I had to get through some awkward moments. Some whoopsie daisies happened along the way. Okay. All right, so that's one. Another one I thought of when I sat down. Oh Lord, I have got a treasure trove with these. And I promise, as that dose chemistry increases and increases in your brain, and the default pathway when you meet up with some discomfort or adversity becomes humor so much more often, I remember when I used to struggle to think of a whoopsie daisy story. Now I look at my whole life, I'm like, oh Lord, never a problem. Sometimes when I'm with my parents, we like, count them up. Oh, in a day. All right, so this next one is, all right, so another season in my life, in my adult life, I really love the farm to table food movement and was avid in that community. And I can cook quite well at this point. And I started writing recipes for the farmers to include in their CSA boxes, which is like community supported agriculture. It was a way of helping farmers get their produce into people's houses with less financial risk. And that's important for small organic farmers. And so, but then people get a box that had turnips and kale and pumpkin in it and didn't know what to do. So I would help write sample recipes for their week. And I really enjoyed this and got a lot of wonderful feedback and was definitely improving the quality of food in my own home. And so little whoopsie daisy though was one of the areas of adversity that I have bellied up to in my life is somewhere along the way, before they knew how to diagnose kids with, maybe it was dyslexia, I don't know, but I just didn't pick up spelling. And I had a wonderful school and a brilliant education and thrived in it and did quite well. But I often had teachers who'd be like, grade A+, F- on spelling. And it's a challenge. So, but I work around it. I'm resilient, keep going, have a good sense of humor about it. And, I guess I could, at this point, probably go back and learn. But yeah, I just sort of wing it, keep going. Well, this is one time where that winging it did not work out quite as well as I had thought. So I'd written all these recipes, and every time I wrote the word bowl, that beautiful thing, let's put radicchio and arugula into the bowl and toss it with olive oil, a little lemon juice. I would type out bowl in my mind, B-O-W-L, W-E-L. And this apparently is a different word, but spell check did not alert me because it is a different word. It's not a misspelled word in spell check land. This is one of my challenges. Spell check isn't always my friend because it's like autocorrect, it's putting odd words in. But for at least a month, people were so grateful for the recipes. Nobody told me that I was writing, put arugula and radicchio in the bowel and toss it around. Whoopsie Daisy! But I didn't let my not being able to spell stop me from having this wonderful season of being a recipe writer, which brought me a lot of joy. Oh, thank you for taking this time to be with me this morning, to celebrate our resilience and to remember to laugh and keep training our brains to focus on the humor and the silliness in the little discomforts that come along with having an expansive, adventurous, wonderful life. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, and may the universe surprise and delight you today. I'll see you then.